everyone, welcome back to Where There's a Whisk, There's a Way. And I think I smell a campfire burning because today our bake is inspired by one of my very favorite things, s'mores. But we're not just making any kind of s'mores. Today we are baking s'mores cookies. Oh, they're so delicious. This is one of my very favorite recipes and I can't wait to share it with all of you. But before we get started, always remember, dough your best. Let's get started. First things first, let's wash our hands. Squeaky clean. Pachoo. Okay, now that that's all finished, we can get into the fun part, which is the bake. The first thing we're gonna do is we are going to get a giant bowl and we are going to mix our flour, which is 2 3/4 cups. And then we're gonna get our 1 teaspoon baking soda and our 1/2 teaspoon baking powder and drop those in. And then we're going to take a whisk and mix it all together. We're already starting out well. I just got some on my apron. That looks pretty good. Okay, and we are going to put this aside. And the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to cream our butter, one of my very favorite things. So we're gonna take our 1 cup of butter, release, and we're going to cream. And the trick to getting your butter nice and creamy is by making sure it's softened before you put it in. And you can do that by popping it in the microwave for a couple seconds, or while your oven's preheating, what I like to do is put my butter in a bowl and then put it on top of the oven, which is not preheating. I just realized I didn't turn on my oven. Okay, we gotta do that. That's very important. I always think the first things first is to wash your hands, but actually you need to wash your hands and then the second thing second needs to be preheating the oven. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we want to preheat the oven to 375. So now that's going. We'll be able to actually bake our cookies. So that looks pretty good. It's holding on to the paddle attachment a little bit. It's hanging on for dear life. Eeh. Eeh. Turn up the speed a little bit. Turn up the heat. That looks pretty good. Boop. Boop. And now we are going to add in our 1 1/2 cup of sugar, my favorite part. Sugar snow. Woo! One just flew into the flour mixture. That's okay. It's all going in the same place eventually. And you want this to be nice and creamy. That is what we're looking for. It's looking pretty creamy. I think we can move on to the next step, which is adding in the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. One of my very favorite smells. So we're just gonna pour that in. And then we are going to carefully crack our egg into our mixture. Now I get very stressed when doing this. Somehow I always manage to get eggshells in my mixture. So today is not gonna be that day. I'm gonna do this without any eggshells. One tip that I have found very useful is you can crack your egg into a little bowl before you put it in your mixture, just in case there are any little eggshells that wanna be a part of your mixture that are not supposed to be. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. The angels are singing. Yes, they are. No eggshells, and that is a perfect egg. Oh, I couldn't be happier. Awesome. All right, so now we are going to add this egg in. Plop. got batter flying. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I think we can move on. Look at how pretty that looks. Okay, so now we are going to add in our giant flour mixture. Here we go. Let's see if I can get it all in the bowl. Oh! You can't see behind the KitchenAid, thankfully, but I think a fair bit made it outside of the KitchenAid, but out of sight, out of mind. Oh! 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 No! Oh no! Okay, well, let's just move it into the out of sight, out of mind corner. All right, let's keep going. One of these days I'll get my entire mixture in the bowl. This is why we add a little at a time, friends. Otherwise, all of it will end up outside of the bowl. Okay. Oh, God. That just happened. Remy just got a flour shower, but I am doing my best, and that's what matters, right, friends? All right, so this is forming a nice dough, even though we are missing clearly some of our flour. But as you can see, it's forming a very, very nice dough. This is not one of my batter days. Well, we're just gonna release. Okay, we're just gonna put this right there. Well, before we move on to the next stage of the s'more cookie making, I think we need to call in Remy's little mice friends to tidy this up. What do you say, Remy? Let's call them in. Here we go. Ah, that is much better. Remy's friends are great little cleaners, don't you guys think? I think so. Thanks, Remy. Thanks, little mice team, wherever you scampered off to. Okay, now we are ready to dive into the actual s'more part of the cookies. I'm really excited. So we're gonna put this to the side, and then we are going to get our cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. Very important. Ta-da! All right. So we're gonna play musical bowls a little bit here. This is actually my favorite part. You take a little bit of the dough and you squish it and roll it and squish it some more and roll it. And I like to make fairly smaller cookies, but I think that's a little small. So we're gonna get a little bit more. Oh, wow. All right, squish, squish, squish. It's very relaxing. It's almost like one of those relax balls. Except it doesn't have the little eyes that go, wee! I'm sure I could sculpt one, but I don't think I'm that skilled. So now that we've got our little ball here, our little dough ball, you wanna take your graham crackers that are kind of smushed up, smashed up, cracked up, whatever you want to call it. I guess finely chopped would be a good way to say it. And then we're going to smush and flip and smush and flip and smush and flip until it's nicely coated on all sides. Ta-da! And then you just want to put this over on the cookie sheet. here we go again. We've got a lot more to make. Be sure to really squish and flip. It's my favorite part. Oh no, this cookie's having a bad day. Let's just kind of squish. See, I didn't squish enough. Squish, 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 and squish. All right. Perfect. We did it. Awesome. We can move on. Now that we have successfully flipped, squished, and coated our beautiful cookies with graham crackers, now we can add our marshmallows, and one jumped into the chocolate chip bin, our marshmallows, and our chocolate chips. You can put as many or as little as you want on these cookies. This is baker's choice, but for me, I like to do 3 of each, so that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Now this can be a little tricky because the chocolate chips and especially the marshmallows like to kind of roll away. So you gotta keep a close eye on where you put them and make sure that when you put them into the oven that they haven't rolled off. I think it's so cute though. It looks like a little face. It's going. Oh, see, there they go. Right off the cookie. Aw, we had one left over. Sorry, little chocolate chip, you don't get to be us more. All right, so now we're gonna add on our marshmallows. Whoop. That one's very eager to be a s'more. Okay. Doesn't that look good? It already looks so appetizing, but we've got to put these in the oven so that they can get all s'morey. I think I just created a new word, s'morey. I like it. All right, let's pop these in the oven. What do you say? So these are gonna go in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes, but I always like to err on the side of caution. So I will put them in for 8 minutes and then we will check them and make sure that they're doing A-okay. What do you say? I just may. Hooray. I'm done, I promise. Woo. Yeah. Woo. That's hot. Oh, I just got a facial. All right, so we will wait for those to bake for 8 to 10, but 8 minutes. Here we go. Oh, and I think that means that they are ready. Let's check on our beautiful cookies. Oh, they are definitely ready to come out and meet the world. Let's prepare for their arrival. So we need a nice little pad. Oh, they look beautiful. Oh, Remy, out of the way. Oh, wow. These look stunning. I am so happy with how they turned out. However, rogue! We had a rogue marshmallow. So it's still kind of a part of the cookie, but it's kind of doing its own thing. But that's okay, because all of the rest of them look perfect. So let's move these on over to a plate, and then I think we'll be ready for the taste test. So we've got our handy dandy plate here. That didn't really have the effect that I was going for, but it's fine. And then we have our spatula, and we're just gonna carefully lift. These are so beautiful. They turned out perfect. All right, I think we did it. I am so proud of us. This looks perfect. And let's get this out of the way. Here we go. Perfect. You guys, I think it's time for the best part, which is the taste test. It's time for Michael to come over and taste these delicious cookies. Michael, come on, you gotta try these. These are so perfect. You're gonna love them so much. Come on, Michael, come over. Come on, you gotta try them. Come on, Michael, don't you wanna try delicious s'mores cookies? Come on. Oh,
Hello.
you just scared me.
Oh, sorry, I was just eyeing your cookies.
Were you sneaking?
I was being a cookie sneak, yeah.
Cookie sneak.
They smell so good.
You can try this one with the rogue marshmallow. Here you go.
I like it because it like points towards your mouth. It's like telling you where to go. Or it's a little beard.
Shoo!
I don't know. It's a cookie beard. I like that. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
And the verdict is?
I can taste the campfire.
Oh.
That was a good cookie.
Yay.
Oh.
Look, you can make it a little smiley face.
Okay. This is good. I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna go?
I'm
You're gonna go?
I'm gonna come back. This is back to the cookie sneak
back to-
hideout. Yeah. Okay.
Back to the cookie sneaking cave, apparently. 2 thumbs up, friends. We did it. I am so proud of us. And even though we had all the odds stacked against us, from flour exploding all over the place and oven facials and all sorts of crazy things happening, we still managed to make incredible cookies. So I feel like that's a good reminder in perseverance and doing your best, and also just having a really, really great time. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and definitely leave a comment below and tell me what your favorite types of cookies are. Until next time, remember, always be playful. And turn off your oven.